Welcome back. You are still watching the conversation coming to you from TV360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name remains Nesine Kujimi, and I still have with me in the studio Comrade Alhaji Razak Kolade Lokoba, popularly called RKO. Comrade Lokoba, yes, we want to look at the recognition being conferred on Nigerians, that was conferred on some Nigerians by Mr. President in commemoration of Nigeria's Democracy Day during his broadcast to the nation at the National Assembly. A lot of persons have come out to say the list was not comprehensive enough. And for me, as a young man, if we want to compile the list of heroes and heroines of June 12th, I'm sure from 2025 we'll write that list in 2026. Because when you are talking about heroes of June 12th, you want to remember people like Abiodun Aremu,
of course,
Aremsin. You talk about Wale Balogun. You want to talk about even Isa Aremu.
Yes.
You talk about Wale Badmus.
Wale.
Yourself, Razak Olokoba, Razak Oladosu. You talk about the Jagumolu of in Osun State. That's the Amito. You talk about people like Amitolu Shitu.
You talk Taiwo Titolaye.
Taiwo Titolaye. You talk about
Revo. Who we so.
You also talk about a Pini Jason.
Yes, so.
You talk
yes,
about
that's correct. That's correct.
You talk about Oronto Douglas.
Douglas, yes.
You talk about there's this young man who was the special advisor on documentation and strategy.
Then we talk about even Richard Ogunderu.
Ogunderu, yes, the
symbolic hijacker of
the Niger hijackers of the plane.
Yes.
So
endless list.
For me, you talk about an Alhaja Abibat Mogaji.
Yes.
You talk about
Shehu Sani.
Shehu Sani was recognized by Mr. President.
No, I mean in talking about the people that
you also talk about Aton Nwankwo.
Yes.
He was the chairman or president of Eastern Mandate Union, EMU. The list is endless.
There are obscure lists that even all this what you are saying are people who are even known.
Who are known.
That are obscure. There are university professors like
even students.
Poju Akinyanju and Wumi
Professor Akinyoyebode.
Okay,
you talk
so
about
all these people took part. What the president will do eventually is to also conclude by saying, after he has assessed the list, to say that we can't recognize everybody.
We can't. Honestly.
We recognize the efforts of everybody that took part in the June 12th struggle.
There are so many. There are so many unsung heroes and heroines.
Yes. Like who knows who knows Akin and Funsho then, because roles were assigned to people differently.
Yes, people play different roles at different. There were different layers.
Yeah, Debo Adeniran were the people talking.
Yes, you talk about the Debo Adeniran.
All this
you talk about the Linus
Okoroji, Alfred
Ilere.
But there are some people that would carry out certain things. How leaflet gets to every part of the country, there are people who are assigned that responsibility.
Of course.
There's Shina Oloremikon.
There's the lecturer in LASU.
So such people, Femi
Obayori.
Such people, if you mention them, say who are they? They didn't take part in that, and we know the role they play. When Debo Adeniran was eventually
even Solomon Shobade is an hero of the struggle.
Soloki.
Soloki.
Even eventually, when people were supposed to be leaving the country, I was in possession of many passports that time for them. As small as I was, there was no ambition of living anywhere because I knew that if we allowed, like that.
So some of us had this mindset that if we allow these military gangsters
to continue what they are doing,
then there will be no country for us.
I don't even have a passport that time. I don't even know how visa looks like that time. But I just know that there are certain passports that are with me that time. I don't know what I'm supposed to use it for. So these are people that are supposed to be. And the universal standard is just that on a day like that, you have to hammer on the roles played by everybody. And also say that there are people that have played certain role that we didn't even know. We just know that it happened. Like, for instance, the Richard Ogunderu. How they are able to enter the plane. How they were able to do what they did. Some people helped them in the struggle.
Yeah.
The Kudrat, who are the engineering crew that help fire me, carry the fire me that time,
And
to be able to broadcast. So Lemi. So when Wole Soyinka is doing his usual coming and going out of the country, there are people who help them to go and come back. We can't mention such names on television.
There are so many journalists.
So there's,
you talk about
no,
Niyi Babade.
Yes, even in detention, there are people who come and meet us that we are with you, but
yes,
even must not know that we are with you.
Yes.
They will bring us out. What do you need? We know we are fighting for the future. And today, some of those officers, we see them today, and their children grow up to become something good in life.
Of course.
Because they were good to us.
Yes, because they knew we were fighting
a just cause. Persecuted us.
Yes. But
you know how we ended up with their life today.
That is why we always tell people, no matter how we were involved in the struggle,
yes,
we didn't see the Nigerian army or the Nigerian police as our
enemy.
Absolutely not.
To say they want to go about their police station. We must kill them.
So that is why when you see the young men of these days
burning down police station,
cannibalizing, carrying arms, is that struggle?
Till tomorrow, I hold no grudge against any police officer.
Well, we never.
How we were treated.
It's an institution that belongs to the Nigerian people.
Nigerian people. So many people will be out of that list.
We cannot exhaust the list.
And that is why that language is
okay, Comrade Olokoba, as we are coasting home, my memory I just remembered now. The former governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido, was in the news recently, if you remember.
Yes.
He said the president, who was also one of the key actors in that struggle, he said the president came into the June 12th struggle during the time of Abacha, and that the president was not committed to to the annulment. And I'm like, who does the Sule Lamido think he's talking to?
When you don't write your history, people will write it for you. And they write it the way they understand it. That's what he knew about.
No, he was being mischievous. You remember, he was the secretary of the SDP.
That's what he will claim.
They were the ones that negotiated the mandate, but Nigerian people refused.
That is what he will claim. That's why it's good for people, either family, race, or institution, to write their own history. So, and that's why it is very, very important. We are one of the only sector in the country that has played major role. APC
in societal
has wrote his history, how it came from AC, ACN, APC. CPC has done that. We are the only people that have not done that. That's why you see the young people, they have so much disrespect for the elders in struggle. It's not like that in doctor, in law, in every. It's only in the struggle. And we didn't do that to people that are ahead of us.
In the civil society movement.
We didn't do. I have seen, we were there one day. We were planning for a protest for a press hike. One young man wanted to beat me up.
I remember.
He stood up to say that because our view was not
not the same. That
or methodology.
Yes.
That you
have sold out.
Just because we recognize the role of Lagos State government. Can anybody write Lagos State government off?
Absolutely.
We are talking about almost 15 years ago.
I remember.
This was during the
I remember.
time.
I remember vividly.
Can anybody write off the role of
but you saw the way people responded to
yes,
it.
now.
And it's true, it's because he doesn't have a sense of history.
Of history.
Somebody just brought him, and maybe they fed him with all sorts of.
Yes,
even because those of us who were young, who grew up with you.
Till today, people still accuse me, you, and some others that why are we always with Lagos State government? I say, I come from Kwara. I'm not talking about Kwara government too. I'm talking about Lagos State government.
It's even a government I use my thumb along with millions of Nigerians
to put in office.
So I have a right to defend that government. It. Yes, it's my right.
So I cannot stand by and read some renegade in the name of bastardized activism, say that we should pull down. I will not.
I will not.
No matter the black.
What I used to tell people is that, look, today I'm a father, and my duty is to build a society through my home.
Yes.
Whatever I do outside.
I'm a mentor to my children. Some
children are watching me.
Yes.
They will tell me. You remember when Orubebe was doing that drama in 2015? It was some children who tweeted on Twitter that whose father is this?
Yes.
Then people people now identified his children.
Yes.
The man had to withdraw those children because the humiliation The children couldn't stand the humiliation that look at your father. He's behaving like a miscreant. So, as we commend and congratulate Mr. President and Nigerians on the recognition of June 12 heroes and heroines, we want to implore the present administration that there are still many names to be recognized, and many whose names we don't even know, who paid the supreme price. But most importantly, we are calling for the establishment of a June 12 Resource Center where our young ones, where our democratic institutions will take a lesson. June 12 was about the will of the people.
Yeah.
And June 12 has served as a lesson that never again will anybody try to torpedo the will of the people as expressed at the polls, except through the instrumentality of the law. Because General Babangida, what he did was that he set up a transition program that was designed for him to succeed himself. He didn't want to handle
So
that.
it was part of the strategy to ensure that the political space is on fire.
He's on fire.
He will now
Come in and say, I want to come and quench the fire. Meanwhile, he was the one who provided all the machinery to ignite the fire.
Yes,
so
all the potholes,
we cannot lose sight of such a great day and what it means in the life of, because without June 12, we won't be here today. So those who are angry over our democracy, I think they need to go and read our history, what we went through under military dictatorship. They will know that, like this saying that the worst form of democracy is far, far better than the best form of militarism. Under the military rule, Kwame Lokoba is there. We'll be in the studio at times, soldiers will come into the studio to pick you up.
And wait the person off. I may not be back for
if they even give you the liberty of so the lessons from June 12 cannot be exhausted in a single edition of the conversation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is how far I want to go today on the conversation. We've had a great time discussing June 12 and its surrounding issues. Kwame Lokoba, thank you for coming onto the program today.
It's a pleasure being with you.
Thank you. Till we come your way again next time, please continue to watch the conversation coming to you from TV360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. Have a great day. Bye-bye.